So first of all, thank you for having me here today. I'm here not as a spokesperson for a company. I'm here as an advocate for your constituents, and also as a witness to the impact of the sudden astronomical price increases that are showing up in their daily lives. As I said before, I'm the director of the Leo S. Butler Center in Metro Council 10, where we are an authorized Delta payment facility. And we also, accept Entergy and the other utilities. But every day I have to stand at a window where I see people who are hurting. I don't see account numbers, but I see the real people in our district. Seniors who are on fixed incomes, walking in with shaking hands, because their gas bill is now higher than their grocery budget. I see parents who are having to choose between fuel and medicine, retired teachers, disabled veterans. One gentleman, specifically in his 80s, teared up at the payment window just last week. And he cares for a wife with dementia at home, and he basically said, "Thank you for not judging me, because I can't show these tears at home. I don't want my wife to worry." But these residents are confused as to why their levelized billing has disappeared. And for me, being the face, having to be the face here of Delta Utilities without having the facts of why things are the way they are has just been somewhat impossible. Now, as a center, we hosted a community meeting. It was also in partnership with Council on Aging and some community members. And that night, we helped absorb some of the utility bill strain on the senior citizens. Delta officials were there for them in attendance, and we asked for solutions. There has been no relief, and we're now at an impasse again. We also house the Office of Social Services, LAHEAP, within our building at the Leo Butler Community Center. And we have experienced a dramatic surge in billing inquiries since the takeover. There's just been a flood of applications that are specifically and directly linked to the Delta billing increases. And so now what we're doing is we're using a taxpayer-funded assistance to offset shocks caused by a for-profit transition. And so the concern here is the impact on our seniors, things like loss of sleep, skipped meals, inability to afford medicine. And these aren't just abstract things. This is a public health impact. And our core grievances are, as a certified center, we can't explain why the bills have increased because we don't have access to diagnostic billing tools that could clear up explanations. And then we have accessibility issues. Well, there's a transparency gap before I get to that. The transparency gap where, we just really don't know what's going on. But the accessibility barriers, a lot of seniors, they can't use the online portals, so they have to come to us. The phone lines, we wait, the wait time is just unbelievable. And so they come to our center for help, only to be told that we still don't have the answers. So I have in this hand the Delta brochure that they gave out when at the beginning of the transition to alert and notify consumers what this would be like. And it says under there about us, Delta Utilities is a Louisiana-born, Louisiana-based utility dedicated to delivering safe, reliable, and cost-effective natural gas service. Under their core values, one is community impact. We have not seen the cost-effective gas services and the community impact. I don't think the impact that we've received is not the one that we had hoped for. So in this hand, I have a formal petition. And this petition was filed by Councilwoman Carolyn Coleman on behalf of District 10 residents, and we're requesting your help as our Louisiana Public Service Commission. We would like an immediate billing audit, a full LSPC-led investigation of the fuel adjustment charges, the meter reading accuracy, billing calculations from July 2025 to the present. Number two, we'd also like a stay on disconnections. So that means we want to put a pause on all shutoffs for accounts that are currently disputing billing increases until the investigation is complete. And number three, the mandatory re-enrollment of levelized billing. So we're asking that you would automatically restore budget billing plans for all customers aged 65 and older who previously held the status with Entergy unless they chose otherwise. And then finally, the utility transparency for our community centers as well. Delta Utilities must supply payment sites with written billing explanations and tools we can use to answer our resident questions. And so in closing, I am here because at the end of the day and after this meeting, I am the person in the room who's gonna have to look at those seniors and their faces. And tomorrow, I wanna be able to tell them that you deserve answers. You won't bear this alone. There is accountability and fairness in the system. And so I'm asking for that answer, not a slogan, not a promise, but a real explanation and real relief that shows up in their bills.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And like I said, after we get finished with the witnesses, we're going to have the company come up and we'll elicit the answers that you're looking for, and I think you'll be more informed. So who'd like to go next?